Good morning and happy Tuesday, Jim. My name is Latrina. Believe we met at the Frederick Expo, and I promised to send you a free video showing some things you can do to improve your online presence. So this is a quick video I'm making for you. As I mentioned, there's no selling in the video. There's no hard sell or anything in this video whatsoever. I just make a few of these every week with the hope of bringing value to other business owners. But the only thing I do ask is if you can just let me know if it was helpful or not, just so that I can continue to improve these videos. I've made over 300 of them, and I just want to make sure that they are actually helpful to business owners. So let me get started and be mindful of your time. So what I'm going to cover, Jim, is content backlinks and citations and why these are important website elements. I'll take a look at your company's online presence and make any suggestions for improvement if I see any. So content, as you might imagine, is anything that's on your website. It's the images, the words, the videos. It's important to have enough words, content on your page because this is how Google figures out what it is you do. If you don't have enough content, then you aren't able to put the keywords on your pages to describe your services. You aren't able to highlight in headings appropriately what it is you do. So ideally you have 1,500 words on your homepage and at least 500 on your back pages. Now this is going to be determined by what your competition is doing, okay? You always want to be doing one up over your competition, but in general 1,500 words for the homepage and 500 for your back pages. Citations are also important. These are just these listings here shown on the screen here. It's just your business name, address, and phone number. But as simple as these are, they are critical because they help to rank you in Google. In fact, the more citations you have, the more opportunity and likelihood you are to have your business listed in the map pack. And I'll show you that area in just a bit in Google. But it also just makes your business appear relevant and valid. So to Google, if you have lots of citations, then you are really a company and they can trust you more to include you in those search results. And then backlinks. Backlinks are the listings you get onto other websites. It's basically your URL or your website address placed on other websites. So if you think about like your Facebook page, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, any of these where you are placing your website address, these are considered backlinks because they redirect traffic back to your website. But not all backlinks are created equal. So being in the concrete or basement, crawl space foundation niche, you're like in the home improvement. That's where you're hanging out, right? So you'd want to make sure your backlinks are related to that. And also Google places high emphasis on backlinks because it shows to them that other businesses or websites trust your business enough to let you place your website on there. So backlinks do help you considerably. So get as many backlinks as you can. Just make sure they are relevant to what it is you do. Now let me go over, let me close this screen here. So first of all, I'm going to come back to your website. I do like your website a lot. I do have some feedback for you. But I just want to hop over into Google momentarily. So we're in Google, right? I did a search of, you can't see, but I did a search for foundation repair contractors near me. And what I see here are the ads. These are ads that people are placing, and I can see you're actually placing some ads. So hopefully what I'm showing you will be able to save you some money on these Google ads because I know Google ads can be extremely, extremely expensive. Yeah, so I have other clients that I'm helping them to chop down that Google expense. So hopefully this free video will give you some tips to do that, okay? So as you know, there are ads, right? And then as we move further down the page, we come to this area here called the map pack. This is ideally where you want to find your business gym because 30 to 40% of the traffic is actually taking place in here, okay? And remember I mentioned those citations. Having a lot of citations increases your opportunity to be listed in this map pack, okay? So that's one thing that you want to do. And also, even moving further from the map pack, you want to be listed at the top of the page as closely as possible as you can because as you can imagine, people don't venture too far off the first page. They're making decisions here in this map pack or those businesses that show up shortly after that, okay? So let's hop over to your website. First of all, I did say I like your website a lot. Let me try to close this screen here. Sorry. I do like the interaction here. It's nice and clean and nicely laid out. I would recommend that you add a contact form somewhere in the top half of your page because it gives you an opportunity to grab leads right away. Okay, 5 to 10 seconds is all you get to make an impression on people. And sometimes people get distracted, right? They're at work or they're doing other things. They might hop on your website and forget. So if you have a contact form, just collecting their name, phone number, email address somewhere the top half of your page, it increases your chances of getting leads. Some people do call, but as you know, some people hang up or they leave a message and you can't understand what they're saying. Okay, so it just increases your chances. So I would definitely recommend that. You also need more content on your page. When I did a search of your SEO status, that's the one thing that is hurting you quite a bit. You only have 10% text to HTML ratio. Ideally, you want to get that up considerably, at least 20% if you can, okay? That just increases your likelihood that Google will spend time on your website. And if Google is spending more time on your website, that means less money you are spending with your ads, okay? So definitely take care of that. The other critical thing I want to point out is that your speed of your website is pretty slow. It's not critical, but it needs to improve if you're going to optimize for SEO. Now to Google, they are very sensitive to how the user's experience is on a website. So hanging out here in the 65% range is not good. You want to be in the 90 to 100%, okay? And I'm just looking at mobile right now because the majority of people are on their mobile technology when they're on websites. But let's look at your desktop. Your desktop performance is a little bit better, but still not ideal. Again, 90 to 100% is where you want to be shooting. Okay, so you have a lot going on. I can tell that there's some SEO going on for your website, but for some reason you're not ranking for keywords, and I think it's for you're not ranking well for keywords. You have a lot of keywords you're ranking for, but you're not doing great. Like, considering all of the territories and locations that you have, offices, you should be doing considerably more traffic. Now, let's look at your keywords. The reason I think you aren't is for some reason you're ranking pretty low with the keywords that you are ranking for. So I would say continue to do, get those citations and backlinks out there. But you should be ranking a lot more. Now, maybe if you spend more time getting keywords that are more local, because you're ranking for a lot of random things like weather in Newark. You have a lot of non-buyer specific keywords. For example, this is a blog post probably. What is a closed basement foundation? That's nice, but these are not what people are searching in Google when they're looking for someone to fix their basement, right? This one right here, foundation waterproofing companies. Now that's a buyer intent keyword. 90 people are searching that every month, but you're number 62, meaning 61 other companies are ahead of you, which means people probably aren't finding you. So I would focus on the keywords that you need to rank for. And those are the things that you have on your website. Crawl space, encapsulation, waterproofing, insulation, dehumidifier, basement waterproofing, basement floors, basement walls, sump pump systems. Like, these are keywords that need to be highlighted throughout your website, okay? And that's going to help you do better with your SEO. That's going to help you to outrank your competition, and it will help you to cut down on your ad spend, okay? Because you'll have more organic traffic. With that, Jim, this has been a little bit long. I always get long-winded because I'm trying to impart as much information in these videos as I can. Hopefully you found it to be helpful. Please shoot me some feedback. If it was helpful or not, just so that I can do better with my videos, okay? With that, have a great rest of your day, and I wish you much continued success at 58 foundations. Bye-bye.